Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to rank all 29 MCU movies with Thor Love and Thunder. So I just want to say that this list is going to change with time. Of course, it's going to change many times, and so when every MCU every time when new MCU movie comes out, I'm going to do this ranking. So the next time I'm going to upload the ranking of MCU movies will be when Black Panther: Wakanda Forever comes out. Uh, so yeah, I'm gonna give you my ranking and let me know your thoughts in the comments. So let's get started. So the last movie on my list is Thor: The Dark World. I find this movie boring. I liked Thor and Loki in this movie, but the villain was the biggest problem. It was a really boring villain. The guy, he was asleep for I think for 5,000 years, and now he's back. I really don't like it. It was just a boring movie. Next movie on my list is Incredible Hulk, one of the first MCU movies, and the whole plot of the movie, I think it is the problem, because we get an introduction to Bruce Banner and we don't know what is going on what is going on with him. We find him there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if it was India or something like that, and the whole movie he's just running from a military from Thunderbolt Ross. Next movie on my list is Black Widow. This movie has a problem with it. I don't find this movie that interesting, because we know that the character is dead and the villain of this movie was not great, and also what it did with Taskmaster is unforgivable. The thing I liked about this movie is David Harbour's, David Harbour's, what's his name? Red Guardian. Yeah, Red Guardian was great. Next movie on my list is Eternals, also one of the newest movies in the MCU. This movie just introduced too much in the MCU at the same time. Too much characters, too much plot lines, too much stuff, this cosmic stuff, and the the whole movie just feels like a mess. Next movie on my list is Captain Marvel, a movie that a lot of people dislike, but I like it in some ways. I still do not know how to feel about this movie. But the things that I liked about this movie is Nick Fury and what they origin story of Captain Marvel is fine, and I'm excited for Captain Marvel too. Next movie on my list is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think that this movie didn't do as a good job as the first Ant-Man movie, but it is still a fun ride, a fun movie to watch. Next movie on my list is Iron Man 2, also one of the first MCU movies. It was, of course, a sequel to the first Iron Man movie, which was a banger. It was really a great movie, but this movie didn't do a good job as the first Iron Man movie. I don't like the stuff that they do with the Tony Starks, getting infected by the stuff that he has in his, armor and arc reactor. I really don't like that storyline, and the villain of Whiplash, was not that really interesting. Next movie on my list is Captain America: The First Avenger. I like this movie to do, to some points. Some things I don't like. It's a great origin story for Captain America, and yeah, I like the introduction of the Tesseract, of the Infinity Stones. It really shows how MCU has evolved through the years with this Infinity Saga. Next movie on my list is the first Thor movie. I know that some people do not like the stuff on Earth that are happening with Thor, but I find them, at some kind of music, because I have such a nostalgia for this movie. I remember watching this movie when I was a kid, and I really like the movie. I really like the Oscar stuff and everything. So it's not a bad movie, but still it's not a great movie. Next movie on my list is Iron Man 3, the movie that did many things great. As Iron Man, he was also great, but the stuff that they did with the Mandarin, the powers that they can explode, I don't know how to feel about it, because Iron Man as a character, I feel like I feel like Iron Man is a character who's fighting the villains that have, technology and everything, and not this. I don't know, but still, it is a good movie. Next movie on my list is Avengers: Age of Ultron. Now, this movie did a lot of really good stuff. Introduced Wanda Maximoff and Pietro Maximoff. I think that they shouldn't kill Pietro Maximoff. They just introduced. Why are they doing that? It adds to the story of Wanda, but still. Uh, but yeah, the movie is good. Next movie on my list is the first Doctor Strange movie. This movie is visually beautiful. It has some great shots, and the CGI is great. And it is a great origin story for Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange. I really like what he did with his character throughout the MCU, but I feel other movies on the list are better than this movie. Next movie is the first Ant-Man movie. Paul Rudd was amazing. Paul Rudd, I think he's a perfect casting for Ant-Man. I like the comic, and I like how this movie is, just simple movie. I really like that. And Falcon also was in this movie. That's, like a cameo. I mean, it was not a cameo, but still, it was great to see him. Next movie on my list is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This movie tried to do a lot of stuff. And at the end, it feels also like a mess. I really enjoy the movie. I think it is a really good movie, and it has, I like what they did with the aspects, what they did, how they changed something in the MCU. It does not feel like a normal MCU movie. I like that, but there are still some things, it feels like people just relied on the cameos, and that's what destroyed this movie. Next movie is the newest Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. I find this movie that it is a fun movie. It is a really fun movie to watch, but I don't find other movies, and I think the whole movie is just supposed to be a joke, to make us laugh and nothing else. But I want to feel like this movie is just a one little movie to set up the Thor 5, which I think is going to be great. I mean, I think the Thor 5 is coming out. They set up Thor 5 in Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 14 is Spider-Man: Far From Home. Spider-Man movies were before a way lower on my list, lower down. But now after No Way Home, I really appreciate what they did with the character of Spider-Man, and now I understand what they were doing. So now it is on number 14. Number 13 is Black Panther, a great origin story for Black Panther, you know, and the culture of Wakanda just beautiful. And Chadwick Boseman was great. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. But yeah, great movie. Next movie on my list is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This, many people hate this movie, but I really like this movie. It has this emotional stuff that will touch me, and I really like it. And the humor, I really like the humor. Next movie is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. A great, beautiful origin story. Connection between son and father. At the end, everything was just beautiful in this movie. I'm so hyped for Shang-Chi too. I can't wait for that movie. Number 10 is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Great movie by Russo brothers, the first Russo brothers movie. Great, action movie, and I really like the stuff with it. It feels like a spy movie. It's a great movie. They did, Winter Soldier was so great. I really like Winter Soldier in this movie. Next movie is Spider-Man: Homecoming. Also, what I said, these movies are now higher on my list because of Spider-Man: No Way Home. So yeah, this movie is now, it is a fun movie. I find Vulture as a great villain, and as an origin story for Peter Parker, I think it's a pretty fine movie. Next movie on my list is Thor Ragnarok, the best Thor film I find. I think it is the best Thor film because it has great emotional story, great arc for Thor and for Loki, and great humor also, and they did some unexpected things that I like. Next movie is the first Iron Man movie, which started everything, and I love this movie. Such a classic story about man building his own suit. A billionaire building his own suit to protect. To do something. It's just a great movie. Next movie is the Avengers, the first Avengers movie. I mean, this movie changed superhero genre. Oh, they really changed it because it was the first movie that pulled something like that off, to put these many characters in one movie and to do it great. Number 5 is Captain America: Civil War. Such a great movie. What they did with the story with Winter Soldier, Captain America, Iron Man, and at the end they are fighting together. Number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy. I love this movie. I know that everyone was surprised when they announced that they're doing a movie about Guardians of the Galaxy, and everyone was, who's that? Who are they? But now, you know It's such a great movie. I really like the origin story of how all of the characters from Guardians just connected, met into this one place and that's just trying to get out, and then they stay together. It's a beautiful story. Number three is Avengers Infinite War. For many people, this movie is number one on their list, but I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with the first three movies on my list, and they know which they are. They are equal to me. They're same to me. I don't know where to choose. I can't choose which one is better to me. But I'll say number three, Avengers Infinity War. I think that I do not have to explain why it's a great movie. Number two, Avengers Endgame. Such a great conclusion to the Infinity Saga. And number one, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know what to say about this movie. It's just a masterpiece. It is the movie that brought so many emotions to me and so much happiness that I can't explain. So that's why it is at number one. Probably later it will be a little bit down on the list. But for now, I'll keep it at number one because I really just love this movie so much. That's it, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this ranking? Let me see your ranking. This is just my opinion. And my opinion is not correct. There is no correct opinion. Everyone has their opinion, and this is my opinion. And I still, I'll be probably changing this list. Every few months, every more. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.